Hey guys, how you guys doing? I'm live. Yeah, I just want to do some just some rant. I just woke up. I got some good sleep, which usually means it takes me a lot. I feel like a truck hit me for like an hour afterward. Maybe not an hour, maybe half an hour. Um, but I want to just talk about some things. I made um, a really big boost in my guitar technique that happened on my walk yesterday. It didn't even happen with a guitar in my hand or even when I was home. I was just walking and I had recently seen a video, and this guy is really great, of Alan Holdsworth playing around 19, oh, I don't know, it might have been 86 or 7 or 8, maybe. I don't know the exact date of it. But he was playing, it showed him playing, and it showed him playing a solo to Devil Take the Hindmost, which is off of Metal Fatigue, which came out in 1985. I was 18 years old. I bought it like when it came out. Like that album came out. But I saw his technique, and no one really knows how he play, why he plays the notes he plays, and what's his note choice all about, and all that. But it wasn't the note choice that got me. It was the dexterity of his left hand, though his hand could just spread like further than most guitarists even bother to do. And every finger was active and equal. And he could go any string he wants. He doesn't care. He could just skip strings if he wants. He does these wide stretches. He doesn't just play 3 notes per string like most guitarists and even me. And that hit me somehow. I mean, just seeing him play. I mean, I know, even if the notes were notes I could understand, his physical technique is what got me. And so I was walking yesterday. It was yesterday, and suddenly, just out of nowhere, almost, my little pinky on my left hand just snapped into focus, and I can play with it just as well as the other fingers now. I've said this many times that I thought I had reached this, but I hadn't. But it felt good at the time, and it also was progress toward that, I'm sure. But you just know when you know, and this little finger just snapped into equality with the other fingers. I actually use all 4 fingers equally now. Then that progress happened on my walk yesterday. It didn't happen with a guitar in my hand or practicing or anything. But having that watching that Alan Holdsworth video really helped me somehow, because he changed the game for me. I thought that's the new game. You have to play every single finger of your left hand equally, and then come to the table and see what you can bring. Then play your notes and everything else. And I hadn't done that. In fact, I was always using my little finger, but sometimes I wouldn't. That's not good. Or I would use it and it would slow me down because that finger's slower than all the others, and that's not good. That's even worse. Well, it's not. It's still not good. You need to use the little finger, but yet not let it slow your hand down. And I finally got that on my walk yesterday. I've said this like 5 times now, but that's huge breakthrough. And I almost wasn't even, rather than announce the breakthrough, I just did a video showing it. I did Rockaholics Unanimous. And what was upgraded in that video was that I can use my little finger. My little finger isn't slowing me down, and it isn't optional to play or not. I hardly ever do a lick with just these 3. And also, all 4 are equally fast. You're only as fast as your slowest finger. I mean, that's just logic. If your little finger is slowing you down, that's the price you pay while you're warming it up to get to use it. I wasn't going to be a 3-finger player forever, and yet when I played with all 4, the little finger was slowing me down, which not only was slowing me down, it was making my picking in my left hand out of sync, because my picking is very fast. But if my left hand can't keep up with it, there's a disconnect there, and I have had that for 30 years. Since I've known alternate picking in the first place. And now I finally got my little finger where I can play. It doesn't slow me down, and I use it on almost every lick. So that's the cool breakthrough. I don't know if that has anything to do with the fact that I have a death threat on me now. Did that open my mind? Did that do anything? I don't know. But it happened along with the death threat, and you know what? I had to process that. I still have to process that, but I'm just gonna take it minute by minute. If someone wants to kill me, first of all, I have to be on high alert because I don't want to die by my own fault, by a mistake I make, or letting someone take my life when I could have stopped it. And also, but at the same time, every moment is precious because you don't feel like you have millions of years. So you're living every life, you're living every minute more in the moment, and appreciate, and that actually changes actually improves the quality of your life. Actually, thanks for the death threat, Pudge, if there is such a thing. If you actually had a death threat on me, it's actually helped me so far. I don't know, maybe not your intentional help, and you didn't intend to help me, but nonetheless, it kind of it shocks you into the present because you don't have nowhere to go. You know, I nowhere else to go. You can't think, well, in 5 years I'll do this if someone's going to kill you in 3 days. And so it forces you to live in the moment, which is actually a gift. And that's cool. And everybody knows where I live, so I'm right here. Okay. But anyway, that I love the breakthrough that I got, and it was just and it didn't come with thunder. It didn't come with heavenly music and rainbows over my head. It just came just walking, and just said, "Oh, I get it now. I can play with my little finger." As far as Alan Holdsworth's notes, I don't know, but that's becoming less and less important. I hate to say that because I don't want to do anything to like disregard Alan, but I play my notes. It's good enough. It has to be. You know, if I played Alan Holdsworth notes, someone would say, some asshole would just say I sound like Alan. I'm ripping him off. And that would be true because I would be ripping him off. You know, sometimes at the end of the day, sometimes you just have to play your notes. And that has to be good enough. Nobody can be as good as Alan, but play your notes. You can be as good as you know, and maybe your notes sound different than Alan, but who's to say which is better? You know, who's to say Alan's notes, my notes? Alan was Alan, but he's not here anymore, and somebody has to pick up or, you know, make sure that his legacy and or guitar playing doesn't permanently suffer. And that's me, and I don't want to. I've got work to do to keep these legends all relevant, alive, and active while they're actually not even here. Every time a legend dies, I feel more pressure on me. Like when Ozzy died, and Eddie Van Halen died, and then Alan Holdsworth died, and Brian James Dio died, and just all these, you know. And Randy Rhoads died, and there's a chance. There's a maybe 1% chance, 2% chance, maybe even 2% chance that I started playing guitar on the day Randy died because I didn't know Randy. I didn't even know who Randy was when I started playing guitar, but that might not be true. I might have known who he was. I probably did. I just didn't know he died, or I don't know. I don't know that fact or not. But I started playing around the summer of 1982, and Randy died in March 19th, 1982. Somewhere around when I started playing guitar. It wasn't. I don't remember the day I was given the guitar and started playing. I don't remember the exact day, but there's a greater than zero chance that I started playing guitar the day Randy died. That might have been a synchronicity that I'm not sure. I don't know about. You know, like Randy died, something told me, play guitar, Jimmy. I don't know that. I'll never will know, but there's a non-zero chance that that's the day I started playing when Randy died. That's cool. I have a connection to these players. I have different ones in different ways, and I've talked about it. I'm not going to go on about it right now, but anyway, more trilogies are coming. I have to say, Dal, I don't like to mention her because she doesn't like the limelight or spotlight, but Dal helps me decide what trilogies to do. She helps me. She tells me, do this, and she's right on. She told me to redo the Living Color trilogy, and it was a total wise move because I needed to redo the first two anyway. I had them all wrong, and I needed to do Cult of Personality, not Middleman. So I don't mean to put her name out there, but she's the one steering a lot of that. She's helping me decide what to do, and I'm just giving credit where credit's due. Sorry, I don't mean to, you know, but that's a lot of my tell me what to do, Dal, and she'll tell me it'll work out, you know, and she's wiser than me as far as that goes. I don't, and she's the one that told me to do it audience wants, not just what I want. She gave me this whole rant, and I liked it. I believed it. I listened to it. I read it. And I'm working on that. Watch my lives coming up. I'm going to do some stuff that you wouldn't think Jimmy would do, but the audience might like it. Oh, I get that. You know, I'm not just an entertainer of Jimmy. I need to entertain, period. And the audience is who's mainly entertaining, not the entertainer. Or the audience is mainly the ones being entertained more than just the entertainer. And so, thanks for that. Now, it helps me a lot. And then the moderator, my other friend in real time, busy working on the pedal still in the studio. He didn't have time to talk to me, but I get it. More important things than talking to Jimmy is making the studio ready and getting the pedal ready. I get that. It's like there's a line in Die Hard, one of my favorite movies, and Alan Rickman is my favorite actor, hands down, of all time. And Alan Rickman in Die Hard is talking to one of his cronies, and the crony says blah 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 blah, and blah, 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 and Alan Rickman says, "Then why are you talking to me?" In other words, when you've got this work to do, why are you talking to me? Why are you wasting your time talking to me? Get your work done. And that was me. I thought that kind of to the moderator yesterday when he was working on the pedal. And I could have thought, well, he's not talking to me. But then I thought, he's working on the pedal. Why are you talking to me, moderator? Get the pedal done. So, I also asked Al, I asked her to maybe give me homework in terms of a movie a week I should watch, you know, because I like movies. I'm an acting not protege, but what do you call it? I'm an acting. I like acting. I almost was an actor actually, and I love the art of acting, and I love acting. Connoisseur, is that what I say? I'm an acting connoisseur. But I don't have anyone to watch movies with, so I never watch anything. But I go by memory, and I put some old clips I love on my YouTube channel. But that's not because I just watched it. That's just from my memory. But I'd ask Dal to tell me like once a week to give me a movie to watch, and there's my homework. So I can watch the actual movie, but I don't know what to watch. She has to tell me, okay, watch this week, and maybe once a week I watch a movie that she says to watch. So, so anyway, I appreciate that help from her too. We're just friends. We're not, but we are friends. What do you want? Haters are saying all kinds of bad stuff. They always do. That's what ergo they're haters. But Dal and I actually are friends. I think what you want, hate how you will, but I see no purpose in us going through a lengthy and costly and unnecessary divorce for what? I don't need that. If she does, I'll go with it. I don't care. Sign the paper, but why would she? Anyway, love you guys. Peace, love, and rock and roll.